Leo, this is about speaking your truth. Truth to power, that's what we want. Libra new moon, October 21st is happening in Libra, like I said, but it's in your third house. So communication, learning, community, short trips, things like that. And what I'm getting here for you is like really like acting upon your ideas now, bringing that forward. But there's also a bit of an alienation, Leo. As you rise and as you're making things known, you're a little bit like, this is what I think, this is what I feel. And you might feel a little resistance. But if you know in your gut that this is where you need to be driving for purpose and speaking your truth and communicating, don't worry so much about the naysayers, right? Look, I am a Christian. I have a nonprofit, Christian Life Coaching. I read the Bible every single day. I read tarot. I'm a Reiki practitioner. I'm also an attorney. None of it makes sense whatsoever. It doesn't matter. So what? I exist. Deal with it, right? So that's kind of that energy that you have to bring and just be really confident in your ideas, because we want to be able to, there's been a little bit of stagnancy and you not like say what you want to say, right? I think there's a song like that. So there's been some change, and perhaps that it is you're still figuring out like, well, how do I actually feel about this? The blind spot is, though, there is like an imbalance happening in the situation that's like right under the surface. There are things that you want to say or things that you want to work out, and it's figuring out what is the best way to do that. So the seed that you plant now is like guidance as to what does that idea look like, and watering that seed over the next 6 to 7 months where you will have that fruition, and it's going to look very different. Life is going to shift and change in dramatic ways over the next 6 to 7 months if you're actioning on those ideas. The interesting thing is the opportunity is the strength card in reverse. And so what I heard from here is like, you don't have to be so strong. And part of that is like, you're being strong for everyone and you're holding yourself and your own truth like hostage over here because you're trying to please everyone. And so now I'm getting deeper and more specific messages for our empaths and our people pleasers. And this is the time where you're going to have to step up a little bit in that. Okay. So the advice is to not hold your tongue. It couldn't even be more clear. You may, when you speak, you may alienate some people, but stay true to you and you'll know what feels right.